Hello everybody, and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. I'm your host, Vaaldeth, and we are in version 0.22. Before we begin the new career mode, I'm going to show you guys a little bit what I've done. I have played for 2 years, and I'm in year 2, there we go, day 53 of, Now this is in the sandbox mode, of course, where you have everything. This is the new stuff. You can see it looks all cool. Runway's got lights. There's this new research and development center, because now you can do science experiments to unlock the progression of parts. When I played here, I had everything available. Let's take a look at what I have. Here we go, around Kerbal. I've got the Kerbal National Space Station and a low Kerbal equatorial orbit here. You can see I got some stuff from the moon. I've got my first moon landing flag and the ship that went down there that was stranded up in orbit. I've got a space station here I'm working on building up, and another ship in the same orbit following it. It's actually just a little bit slower, and it's degraded over the year that I've been playing the game. I actually did all these first missions within the first couple Kerbal days, but then I sent a probe all the way out to Vaaldeth. My Vaaldeth probe one around, that's the moon around Jewel. Jewel, this big gas giant, it's like the Jupiter here, that has water and islands. I got a probe out here. On my first shot too, I've lost no Kerbals. It took a year to fly out here, but I got it here. It's out of fuel now, but I actually, as I was flying out here, I came in on the wrong side of the planet. I came in on the left side. I was ahead of it, so I was going to be orbiting the wrong direction. But I aero braked around the planet once, and Vaaldeth was like over here, and I was going to be able to make a intercept with Vaaldeth, but I had to burn the rest of my fuel to slow down enough to capture into orbit, and I ended up burning all my fuel and even using like 300 delta V's worth of propellant RCS fuel, which in this new career mode you won't even have any of. But I think this is what I'm going to do is start a new game. We'll go through the career progression. It's not that big of a deal. You basically have to add parts to your vessel and do science missions during the mission, or science experiments, to get science points, which you then spend to unlock other parts, and then you just unlock the tech tree that I've been playing around with here the whole time, learning the mechanics of the game. But that got me going, so let's get on back and start a new game. Alright everyone, welcome back. Let's start the new game. Not sandbox, that used to be the default, the only selection. Now there's the sandbox mode, or career mode. In career mode you have to manage all aspects of your space program. Under development stuff, of course, there's no money involved. You know, you don't have to only spend a certain amount of money to do things, and then you know, all the parts. But that's supposed to be coming pretty soon. They're going to be doing costs, and you'll have to recover your stuff so you get the money back for it. Let's change our flag here. You got any new flags? Doesn't look like it. We'll go with our Kerbal flag. Or actually, let's make it different. Kerbal moon flag. There we go. Or maybe we should do one of these cool ones with the faces. Kind of like that one. That one's kind of, taking too much time here. Let's pick the Kerbal 2. Do it. Oh, it's my name that matters. Great, I can start over that. Player name. Well, we'll be... I guess I could just delete my other game. Let's do it. No, I'm just kidding. We'll call this one Val. Come in here and we'll pick that flag. Accept it. Let's do it. Here we are, day 1. Now do keep in mind, this game is still under development. It is not officially, 1.0 yet. All these things keep coming. So, let's see what we gotta do. We've got requires you to start. Alright, let's start. Alright everybody. Here we are. Vehicle assembly building with our tier 0 before we've done any experiment parts. I've got every part on here. And I've followed Mr. Scott Manley's kind of advice on this staging explosion thing. I've been kind of playing around with it here a little bit, testing, make sure I can make them go off in the kind of the right order. This bottom booster and this bottom ring of boosters will all kind of blow at the same time. But they won't explode on their own. Right before they're out of fuel, you have to burn the second stage, which is this second group of boosters up here. And they will like blow heat on these and explode them at the last second. it's kind of crazy. But otherwise, I'd have to do like a ton of missions to get up high enough to get enough science points to unlock other parts quick enough, and blah 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 blah. So this is kind of the quickest way. It's really 2 solid stages. This bottom one and this secondary one, and then when those blow off, I will ignite them, destroy them basically by firing my final stage here, which is this little section here that's kind of hidden, which is my liquid engine, the only liquid engine you have, the LVT30 here, with this 1, 2, 3, 4 stacks of liquid fuel, and then my command pod that will house Mr. Jebediah, the Jeb Mark 1. Actually, since this was inspired by Mr. Manley, Mr. Scott Manley, we'll call it the Manley Mark 1. And his had 3 stacks of solid boosters on the side, and this was even taller. But he went out to min-miss and back, on that. I'm not trying to do anything like that. I'm just trying to get up into orbit. Maybe with 2 of these missions. Alright, let's try it. Here we go. Jebediah. Ah! Oh, that's a quick overheat. Throttle up my liquid engine in preparation. Gonna balance myself with SAS here. See, every time I tap it, you can see it change color there. And that's these command pods rotating around. Alright. Let's fire my liquid engine. That'll blow up the bottom one. And that launches them. So there we go. That's what I wanted to have happen. And there they go. And now we can start pitching over. Probably not that fast. Let's go to our map view, and we'll get into orbit here. Take our apoapsis up to 100. Going up pretty good now because we've got a small mass. Oh, that's pretty steep. But I killed the engine. We'll fling ourselves up there, and then get into orbit. Alright, let's get a crew report, transmit it. Oh, it took a lot of electric charge to transmit there. Alright, we'll add our maneuver node, see how much we got to burn to get into orbit here. Well, we want our periaps above 70. There we go. That'll be orbit at least. We are in space now, though. So I need to start burning at about 30 seconds. Alright, it's time for our first EVA. Come on, Jeb. Hop out. Woo! Look at all the pretty pictures. Click on Jeb, get his EVA report. Let's keep that. And F, get back on board. Oh, I lost my node. Alright. Burning, we're burning. Plenty of fuel left. Oh, I didn't extend my antenna. I bet you that's why. Crank up our burn here. And I'll slow it down as it starts to wrap. Use most of the fuel there actually, but that's almost going to do it. I'm going to wait till I get out here a little bit more. $68. There we go. Another 350 meters per second. Not much of a burn. We're almost there. I'm going to go ahead and speed up time. Fast forward. Watching node T-minus time down here. Oh, let's turn off that. And come in here and extend that. Transmit our data. Just above Kerbin's water. Do our orbit insertion burn, get some more electric charge. There we go. Camera rotated, we're in orbit, just tiny bit of fuel left. Question is will that be enough to get back down? And I bet you it will be. There we go. We're in orbit. Yay! I probably should have worried about getting down or back onto Kerbin, you know, instead of into orbit first. I got electric charge. Let's get back on board. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, I have another antenna. I didn't even see this one. Not enough electric charge. Alright, so let's see if we can even turn ourselves around. I don't think we have enough fuel to get back down, but let's just try. There it is. Yep, that'll get us into the atmosphere, 29. And then we'll basically aero brake, and the atmosphere will pull us down. And we'll get back down that way. Sweet. It's gonna work. Take a look at his view. Hey, look, the stars. Get another crew report. Let's see if I can transmit it. Nope. Scientific value 5. It seems we're very much in space now. The sky seems to be mostly below us. Keep that data. Let's do another EVA. And get an EVA report. It's worth 4.8 science. I just can't transmit anymore because we got no battery power and solar panels or anything, but we'll get all that here soon. Alright, so I'm going to speed up time and we'll watch us fling into the atmosphere. We plummet down. Turn off SAS because kind of what little power I have anyway. I know it's hard to see. I don't have lights. I can't buy lights yet. Here we go. Got all my antennas extended. Boarding transmission because I don't have enough power anyway. We're hitting the atmosphere. We're in the 50s. Our periapse is about 30, and it's already going down. You can see it. And that's because we're hitting the atmosphere. It's dragging us, slowing us down, and that's bringing our low point down, periapse. And this will soon splash down in the water. We should be hitting, there we go, effects of atmosphere. Time warp. I don't want to be time warping while we're hitting the atmosphere really crazy. Blow up the ship. Oh, looks like we're about to land though. 4,000 meters, 2,000 meters. Yep, there we go. We're going to land there, over the water. 30,000 is when the atmosphere is thickest. Or when you can really see, we're in this really super high part, really super thin. Once we get to 30,000, that's when it's like pretty thick. And we'll start seeing fire and all that. But we have been going through the upper parts of the atmosphere. As you can see, it's slowed us down all the way. Here we go. Come on, fire. Great balls of fire. Speed up a little bit. We're slowing down too, which is key. There we go, fire. Coming down pretty hard, pretty steep. Well, it's not actually, it's pretty shallow actually. Let's see what it looks like from inside. You can see a little bit of fire. You see, as we're dragging even more, it's bringing our point down even more. So as we're slowing down, so we're gonna land pretty soon. May not make the water here. We might. And I'll pop the chute, drag chute about 10,000. We should make it. First flight, get into orbit, get back down safely. Very cool. Need to reestablish this space program. Alright, we're into the thick of it now. 10,000. By then we should... no more fire. Yep. Okay. Speed up a little bit, time. Alright, drag chute. G-forces. Slows us down quite a bit. When it gets to 500 meters, it'll pop open all the way. We'll see what our terminal velocity is. Hopefully it's slow enough. Going pretty good. I mean, it's still pretty fast. Definitely gonna be a water splashdown. That's good. Speed up time so we get to the 500. We should be alright. We're slowing down enough. 11, 10. Yeah, that should be good. Hitting water, we'll be alright. Based on the, and this final weight, you know, it's based on your weight or final speed. And coming in for the splashdown. Jeb's all happy, smiling. Mission accomplished. All right. Lost the rocket, which is cool. We got the thing. Now we can recover. Oh yeah. Well, there we go. Recovery of a vessel returned from orbit. EVA report from space just above Kerbal water. So see, I didn't enter enough different places, I guess. Only got 29 science total. Crew report while in space near Kerbal. I guess I needed to get a new one while I was in orbit. I gotta learn the different areas, biomes, whatever you want to call them. So we're gonna start with 10 science. All right, and this is where we can see our tech tree. So first thing we gotta do is buy this. We'll unlock bigger fuel tank, small fuel tank, some probe stuff. Ooh, and the first small decoupler, nice. Alright, I got 24 points. You can see the values here. Available parts. More engine, landing struts, a parachute. So this will help us get to like the moon. Some flight stability, nose cones. I hear these actually matter. Radial decouplers. Oh, that's very good, very important. And bigger engine, sepatrons, boosters. I don't need that as much. I need to get these two first. That's 18 science to research. This one's 15. Well, I can't get them both. I think this one's more important right now. Radial decouplers and aerodynamics. There we go. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Not nearly the expert Squad Manly is, but you know, next time we'll do some more missions. Now we got some more parts. Gets farther, and hopefully never ever lose anyone. And wow, the audio just got much louder. Alright, good. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all next time.